Hi ELLE UK, I'm Ritu Arya.
I'm Alison Oliver.
I'm Mia McKenna-Bruce.
My name is Archie Madekwe and I'm here with ELLE UK to share my favourite movie moments.
My favourite film is Frances Ha with Greta Gerwig by Noah Baumbach. I think it's one of the best movies of all time. I think I've just felt so seen watching that movie. It's just incredibly charming, and there are many sort of instances that Frances is in that I just can really relate to. One of my favourite moments in the film is she does this speech about when you're at a party and you're there and there's this thing with another person that's the person in your life. But she's like telling people at a dinner party and it's the end of the night and they're just a bit like, go home. And she's like just so open and vulnerable. I actually have that speech written, like printed and like put up in a frame in my house.
I think my favourite film is Woman Under the Influence. I think because it holds the best performance in film, in my opinion. It was actually originally written as a play by John Cassavetes, who also directs it and is the husband of Gina Rowlands, who plays Mabel, the lead. And Gina Rowlands said, I don't think I can do that 8 times a week. So they decided to turn it into a film, but none of the studios would take it on because I think they said, who wants to see a story about a middle-aged crazy woman? So they just made it themselves with no money, and no one was making films like that at the time. And it's just so confident and brave, and yeah, I just love it.
It's very difficult to choose my favourite film of all time. I suffer with option paralysis, so questions like that make me very anxious. But one of my favourite films of all time is definitely La Vie en Rose. And I remember the first time watching it being completely blown away and Googling to find out which different actresses played Edith Piaf throughout her life, because I was sure it must have been 3 or 4, and realising it was Marion Cotillard the entire time. And I just had no idea that you could do that in film. I had no idea where that performance came from. She was like 26, 27 at the time, and she played her up until the moment she died. And physically, vocally, everything changed about her. I was blown away. It's just the most unbelievable film. My favorite scene in that film is the moment that she, and this is a spoiler, so if you've not seen the film, click off now. But she's having an affair with the love of her life. And he comes to visit her and she wakes up in Paris and he's flown to see her and she's can't believe it. And she runs to get this Cartier watch that she's bought for him, and they have breakfast together. And as she's like looking for this watch, her team stop her and they say, we have really awful news. The plane crashed. He didn't make it here. She runs back into the bedroom and she was dreaming. And she has this, oh my gosh, this breakdown that is just so beautifully directed. It's like her kind of shuffling through the corridor and finds herself on stage singing, just kind of being pushed through life again. And it's just beautifully directed, incredibly acted, and it's amazing.
My favourite movie, I have quite a few. It varies kind of depending on what I'm kind of feeling, but my favourite one of all time I always go back to is Titanic, because that was the movie that made me want to act. I remember the first time I saw Titanic, I was maybe like, I want to say 5 or 6 years old. Quite young to watch Titanic, I think. I was with my mum, and I remember because I was absolutely distraught when I watched it and I couldn't stop crying for quite a long time. It was the first time I realised what acting was, and I thought, I want to do that. So I definitely remember that moment, yeah. I think one of my favourite moments from the film, it's a bit morbid, but it's like as the ship's going down and they're still the band is still playing the music. And I don't know what it is, but there's something really like magical about that, I think.
Thanks for watching ELLE UK.
Bye, ELLE UK. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for watching ELLE UK. See you soon.
See you soon.